The Solo Show is brought to you, as always, by Victor Naraki Realtor, serving Disney and the greater Orlando area with celebratingflorida.com and disneyatyourdoorstep.com. Coming up on The Solo Show.
But it was so good. The 3D didn't bother me at all. It was so crisp and clear, and the moving around, it was a little bit much sometimes, especially if an animal was running or something and you're just really rocking away in your seat. But for the most part, it was a really cool experience. I would totally do that again.
The last time Holly went to a 3D movie, it was cardboard and one lens was green and one lens was red.
Yeah, that's what I promise. That's what I'm thinking of.
We pull out our Siskel and Ebert encyclopaedia of movie knowledge as Stan welcomes Mary T. Wells and Holly Wood Crawford to the Solo Studios to review Disney Pixar's feature Hoppers, now playing in theaters. That's next on The Solo Show.
Hello, I'm Realtor Victor Naraki, and at one time I had created a search for you online for homes near Disney World. I wanted to take a moment to introduce you to my brand new website. Same name, new functionality, celebratingflorida.com. If you're still looking for property near Disney World, please take a look at the website. If it's a future wish, visit disneyatyourdoorstep.com for all my social media links. Thank you, and hopefully we will talk soon.
Tickets, please. Have your tickets ready, please. Oh, hi. You're here to see Disney Pixar's new movie Hoppers, eh? Yeah, I've heard it's really good. Oh, you heard about it on The Solo Show. Me too. Stan Solo had Holly Wood Crawford and Mary T. Wells in the Solo Studios, and they talked about all the things they liked about the movie. Theater 7 on your left. You weren't going to see it until you heard their review on The Solo Show, eh? Well, that's the best part about listening to their podcast. You hear all the good stuff and all the stuff they weren't as keen on, and you had some laughs. Theater 7 on your left. Enjoy the movie. Now, if they would just get rid of that Ken the voiceover guy. Maybe someday.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Solo Show. I am Stan Solo as always, and I got a fun show. We're doing a Hoppers review. Hoppers came out on March 6th of this year, so we gave everybody plenty of time to see it before I do a review. And if you haven't seen it, don't worry. We're going spoiler-free at the beginning part, and we'll take a little break, and then we'll get into the spoilers. If I'm going to do a review, I'm going to have some friends on. So joining me is Mary T. Wells. How are you today, and welcome to the show? Welcome back to the show.
Oh, yeah, it's been a little while. Thanks, Dan. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get you on. I got something planned where I'm looking for couples.
Oh, so, okay. Yeah, I know a guy that lives here.
Yeah.
We could invite him if we had to.
Also joining us is from the Grand Circle Tour Hut podcast, Holly. How are you today? And you've been on just not too long ago, I guess. You were on Match Games.
Yeah, but it feels like it's been a while. But I guess we did that Christmas episode, which was really fun. Mm-hmm. But it feels like forever ago, especially when it's 100 degrees out. It feels like winter was forever ago.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about Hoppers. Holly, I kind of wanted to start with you with this one because you went kind of before it came out and you had a very interesting experience seeing it the first time. Yeah. You saw it twice now, right?
I've seen it twice. So I saw it before it was released, and that was amazing because I saw it in the 4D 3DX, which was a whole experience all of its own. I was actually really nervous because certain rides make me a bit sick, like Ratatouille, right? That one gets me. I have to close my eyes. Most of the rides at Universal. So I was nervous that it was going to be like that, especially 3D. And then the whole time you're moving, you're like in a ride, the whole movie. Mm-hmm. But it was so good. The 3D didn't bother me at all. It was so crisp and clear, and the moving around, it was a little bit much sometimes, especially if an animal was running or something and you're just really rocking away in your seat. But for the most part, it was a really cool experience. I would totally do that again for a movie.
Very cool. I did something similar. I think it's different what I've done.
But
it was when Harry Potter came out. So I'm sure the technology is probably better. I think it was the first Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And I had to, and it was able to adjust. You were able to adjust how much motion you want.
Yeah.
And I ended up.
Cannot.
Yeah, you can't on yours, right?
Yeah.
No.
No.
So the Quidditch match.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I turned it right down.
Yeah.
I went down to 0.
Yeah, this you can't. The only thing you can turn off is the water feature because there was a lot of water moments, especially in this movie. So I already knew that I didn't want to get sprayed with water the whole time. So I turned it off from the beginning. But I could see because it comes out in 2 spots, I think like above you. So it shoots up like a fountain. So then it falls down on your head and then it sprays like at your face too. So I could actually see the streams of water going up into the air in people in rows in front of me. It was really funny.
So if you ever go to a
turned that
movie
off.
called Bidet, you might want to turn that off. This is about beavers. There's a lot of water in this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There has to be a ton of water going on here. I would be turning that off too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the water and carpeting and fabric seats go so well together in an enclosed environment. And Mary, how about you? You went before I did. You went pretty early.
Yeah, I think we went the first Saturday it was at, the first weekend it was out, and we did have the 3D option. We don't have this fancy seats like Holly's talking about because this is like little Westminster, but I didn't do the 3D because sometimes Nevaeh won't wear the 3D glasses, and I'm like, well, that's going to be stupid. So we just did the regular one.
And it costs so much more for it. So if you don't need to, and I'm wondering because this is like the first time I've done the 3D and I don't even know when. The glasses were like so nice. They were like almost like glasses you'd wear out and about. Like they were like sunglasses. Is that how it usually is?
Like horrible ones they have that are like hurt your head to put on. That's what
it was so weird. That was the thing too. Like they were so comfortable. They were like regular sunglasses.
The last time Holly went to 3D movie, it was cardboard and one lens was green and one lens was red.
Yes, that's what I promise. Like that's what I'm thinking of, or the ones from like Toy Story Mania or something.
Right.
Like those. Yeah, and
like
these were not like that at all. In fact, Monroe was trying to keep them. I'm like, get rid of them.
I haven't worn theater 3D glasses in a really long time because I actually have a pair of clip-on 3Ds that clip onto my prescription glasses.
Oh my goodness.
That I bought when I bought my glasses, and they fit perfectly and they work great for 3D movies. So
that makes sense. Yeah,
that's what I use. I just keep them in my car, and if I'm going to 3D movie, I bring them in with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I went a bit later, and I went by myself. It was Tuesday afternoon, and when I bought the tickets, I could see the seats behind me. There were 5 seats sold behind me, and that was about it. It wasn't a very packed theater. So I got to the theater pretty early. I sat down, and the good reclining seats. And then behind me, a mother and father comes with 3 little kids.
Oh gosh.
And the kids are the entire time before the movie started. But I gotta say, I think I was louder than them during the movie. They were very well behaved children.
Oh, that's good.
I did not hear. I was laughing and stuff. I couldn't hear them at all. Like I actually had to look to see if they were still behind me because they were, and they were like, wow. In fact, they were so quiet I fell asleep for part of the movie. So.
Oh my goodness. Of course you did.
They probably heard me snoring. We got the voice talents, not massive stars.
Mm-hmm.
I would say for like Pixar, there's no Tom Hanks, there's no the Pixar usually gets the big stars. Bobby Moynihan as King George, John Hamm, I guess, was one of the bigger names.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was in this? I guess arguably the biggest star was Meryl Streep. She was the insect queen, and it was kind of a smaller role. It was very kind of a minor role.
Okay, so I didn't know that. Like this is the
Meryl
first time.
Streep?
Yes, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, and that other lady I knew, Kathy, I don't know how you say her last name. It's like Najimy. She's familiar to me. I can't think of what else she's in, but been on some TV shows or something. But I didn't really recognize any of the other people in that were doing the voices.
Yeah, a couple from Saturday Night Live. But yeah, so when I see that, it kind of tells me that they saved money on voice talent.
Yeah.
And were they not expecting this movie to do so well? Is that part of the reason, or is it because Disney history lately the movies aren't doing very well?
But sometimes I think that it's not a bad thing to have, because then people go in with preconceived ideas of, oh, I don't like this actor or actress or whatever. So if you have just, I don't want to say no names, right? Then you go in with a completely opened mind of you can't think back to what they did that you didn't like.
That's
or,
true.
you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And going back to what you just said, that kind of ties in because they needed it to do well. In fact, when we went to the movie, they said, please make sure you're promoting this. When we went to the preview because we need this to do well. So they really emphasize that. So.
Well, and it is doing well.
93%
on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean,
yeah, that's really good.
That's really good. Domestically, it's 95,809,000. Internationally, 78 million. So for the total worldwide currently is 173 million, over 173 million, almost 174. So it's no small potatoes.
Yeah.
I think it's still kind of frustrating, because this movie should be doing better, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. But maybe now that spring break for many students has officially started, maybe those numbers will pick up because, well, here it is scorching hot. It's like record-breaking heat. So I feel like people on their spring breaks are going to be going to do more indoor things. So maybe those numbers will pick up a bit.
It's funny you're saying it's super hot. I'm just looking, you know what? I think today might be the first day this year it's over freezing.
No, it's crazy. I know. And then Mary's like, it's 100 there today. It's 25 here. I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, well, I don't know what's happening.
4 here, which is
okay.
Really
So we
warm.
can go both ways. Then it's so cold, people want to go do something indoors, and it's so hot over here, people want to go do something indoors. So.
Yeah. Well, the 4 is warm. 4 is nice. Anyways, let's listen to the trailer. We'll come back with the spoilers right after this.
We've done it, Mabel. After years of work, this revolutionary technology gives us unprecedented access to the animal world. We put this into this. Yes. This into this. This into this.
So let me get this straight. You created a fake animal.
Yes.
Which makes the other animals think you're an animal.
Yes.
Guys, this is like Avatar.
This is nothing like Avatar. Mabel, be careful! Whoa.
Hey.
How you doing,
girl?
Are we vibing?
Hey,
What's up? What's up?
I understand you.
What you doing, lady?
And they were in the same den.
No.
Nice sunny spot you got here.
Uh-huh. Lunchtime!
Oh, no.
Yay!
No! Put him down!
Okay.
Why?
Huh? What? Why what? Why would I save his life?
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Wait, what? But she was gonna eat you!
Well, yeah, she caught me. It's pond rules.
Mm-hmm. Pond rules.
Wait, I'm confused. How could you be cool with that?
I mean, she's gotta eat someone. So, do you still wanna?
Nuh-uh. That's weird now.
Listen to me. We do not use hopping technology to upset the natural order. She found the button.
I gotta say that. Oh, sorry, we're getting into spoilers now. But for people that haven't seen it, I gotta say that beaver Loaf was his name.
Yeah.
That was my favorite character.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Yeah.
Like hippie from the Cars movie, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And he's voiced by what's it, Ilardo Franco, who is probably best known for Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I love that when they get into the car with the mayor, and he's sitting there, and he just kind of looks over at him, and then he kind of yells, and then he leaps at him and starts pulling stuff out of his pockets, looking for his phone.
Yeah.
And the mayor's kind of like, "What's going on? What's wrong with this beaver?"
I know. I laughed so much during this movie. Like, I seriously, every emotion. I cried, of course, because that's what I do, right? And then I laughed so much. And then there were some gasping moments like that did not just happen, right?
I don't remember needing to cry at all. What was the crying part?
So for me, it was like the beginning with the grandma, because I had a special bond with my grandma. And then when she passes away. And so that part really hit home for me. And then just at the end, like their bonds and everything. And then, of course, there's always some sort of story that they have to wrap up with a meaning. So,
I think I was
but yeah.
asleep for that part. I missed that part.
But yeah,
I
the
gotta
part
go
with
back.
grandma was kind of, up reminiscent because it's like her, her life, and she kept doing all those things and getting in trouble. And a couple of those things made me gasp, like, my gosh, she really was doing some stuff she shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, then when the grandma died, I could see that was sad. And then, but that's what got her to where she ended up being for the story. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. The original pitch for this, when they pitched this to Pixar, it wasn't beavers at all.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Yeah. They originally were going to go with penguins.
Okay.
And they said there's enough.
What's that?
They said there's like too many penguin movies.
Yeah, there's too many penguin movies. You got Happy Feet. You got there's all these penguin movies out already, and they said everybody will be comparing it to. And then they kind of thought about it, and they also wanted to have like a lot of buddies with this penguin, like all different animals.
Yeah, and there's not.
What are you gonna have? Snow? Like
yeah, exactly. Rocks.
Sea lions. Yeah.
No, I think they eat the penguins, don't they?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they can have orcas once in a while.
No, like beavers was brilliant because, like you said, there's not much, if anything, about beavers out there. And now I swear beavers are my new favorite animal because of this movie, because they're so cute. Like, I don't know, just how they animated them was so adorable.
Well, what's funny is because I was kind of saying the same thing. And you know how you always get those ads on Facebook? That as soon as you talk about something, it comes up. Sure enough, an ad came up where I guess it's a Canadian beaver, and he takes selfies in weird spots. So he always gets like there's aliens behind him being abducting cows, and he's taking a selfie. And there's like a hurricane, and there's like a cow flying by, and he's taking a selfie. And it's they sell T-shirts of this Canadian beaver taking selfies, and he has like a Canadian toque on, and of course that comes up on my Facebook ad. I got those are really cool pictures. I kind of want those T-shirts. $40 each there plus shipping.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So so penguins. I'm glad they went with beavers, and beavers are very fascinating animals. Like they are the only animals other than humans that could change the landscape.
Oh, that's crazy.
Type of thing, like by building their dams and changing and creating the water. And what this does is, like, if there's a forest fire, because where the beavers create these wetlands, the beaver wetlands, they're fireproof, and they like in the movie they show how they break the dam, and they don't do that. They don't break the dam and put out a fire. But
wait, they don't get a shark from the ocean and
yeah, they don't do
Wait,
that.
Doesn't happen?
But there's videos and pictures where you'll see forest fire, and where the beaver wetland is, it's green still. Like the forest fire stops there.
Okay.
Or you can go on either side or whatever. But yeah, so they are very, very fascinating, incredible creatures. Some of the lines in this movie, I think I'm going to start using in my everyday.
Yeah.
When they were having their meeting, and I can't remember which one of the kings it was, but he says, "Good meeting short, bad meeting long."
Yeah.
That's going to be my line at work now.
Then it started getting long, and he said like it was a bad meeting, when it.
Yeah. Bad meeting long, good meeting short. Any other good lines?
Yeah, flap around and find out. I was like, "Ooh, that's like borderline."
Well, then when you want to eat me now, and he goes, "Nah, it's weird." It's
yeah, that's so funny. Yeah. So that part in the movie scared the bejeebas out of us, because the bear comes bursting out of the bushes and is going through the water, and like we were in those chairs, and you went like flying down, and we screamed so bad during that part
in 3D. With water spraying you in the face.
Oh,
big old, what seems like a mean bear is coming out, and
oh my gosh,
so funny.
How about Easter eggs? Mary, did you see any Easter eggs?
Well, the one I really saw without any help was the birds, like from the short there's a Pixar short called For the Birds. It's just a really funny
Mhm.
short. And they're like sitting on the
Telephone wire.
Yeah, the telephone or electric line or something.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at, in Hoppers, I'm like, that's those same birds. So that one I really did see myself. I knew there was going to be some. I looked for the Pizza Planet truck, but I
Good
actually
eye for
missed
that
it.
one.
I missed it. So I had to look up and see where that one was. But
Holly, did you see that one?
I didn't see the Pizza Planet one. And even I watched it a second time and I forgot to look for it. And so no, I did not see it.
So where was it, Mary?
It's in the beginning, like when she's going through the school with the animals. It's like out the window, and I mean the little thing I saw was it wasn't even that great or clear of a picture. So I mean, we missed it. I knew it had to be there because it's in every one of them.
Yeah. Well, and speaking about her going to the school, the turtle that she tries to rescue, the very first animal, is named Crush, which I think every turtle nowadays is named Crutch.
Right.
Like, is there a pet turtle that isn't named Crush?
But wasn't it upside down or something too? The writing, it seems like it was upside down.
Or
the turtle was upside down.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know.
Over or something.
See, that part made me so sad too.
Yes.
When she rescued them all, and then they had to go back, and the turtle was devastated. Like that part broke my heart for that poor little turtle.
The turtle like drooped his head down.
Yes, it was
like, so close.
sad.
Then was
her
the
phone case.
Go ahead, Mary.
Case that had the alien from Toy Story on it.
Yes,
her phone. The back of her phone or whatever. And I think
it also had the sticker for the wilderness.
Oh yeah,
the wilderness explorers.
I wonder how many were in this movie. Like
there was got to be a lot. Oh, yeah. I did hear one. I didn't notice this, but I looked it up and I found out about it. I guess the director, he's before he did this for Pixar, he used to do. Oh, you know what? My daughter knew what I never even heard of the show before, but Three Bears or something like that.
Three Bears?
I've read that too. I can't think of the
Bears.
Yes.
Yes, and it's three bears that are stacked on top of each other, and they have this adventure, and they walk around. And so in Mabel's room, they put the bears stacked on top of each other on her windowsill.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, I never heard of that one either. But my daughter was familiar with it when I mentioned to her about the bears. I said the three bears, and these bears are stacked. Oh, the bears! Yeah, I know them. She said.
How funny!
Yeah,
that's interesting.
The blanket from Brave apparently is covering the stroller.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
I didn't see that, but I heard that. And those are the type of things like, is that an Easter egg or is that, well, we got this graphic already made. Why don't we just use it, and call it an Easter egg? The fans will love it. They'll go crazy,
But I'm just trying to think too, like what blanket? I don't know. What blanket from Brave? Like
there's a blanket. I can.
But what's significant about a blanket? Was it when when she was covering the bear? I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it'd be something that I would even have noticed, even if you said, "Oh, there's the blanket." What blanket? Like, I don't know.
Well, that's just it. Like the carpet from Toy Story in Sid's house is the same carpet from was it The Shining?
Oh yeah, someone said that.
Yeah, but that is definitely the same carpet that was made for Toy Story. Whereas this graphic was already made for Brave. You know what I mean? Like they're able to cut and paste stuff,
right?
So the other thing too that was really interesting when I was kind of doing some research. Do you know where the term Easter eggs come from for movies? I mean, it's Easter eggs for Easter, right. But who coined that term? For movies and television and all that. So apparently a lot of people says it comes from the Rocky Picture Horror Show, which came out in 1975, where the cast did an Easter egg hunt and they couldn't find all the eggs, and some of them appeared in the show, but apparently that's not true at all. There's like one egg that's underneath someone's throne or something like that, and it was more of the design of the chair. It has nothing to do with an Easter egg being hit.
Oh my goodness!
It was filmed in September. It wasn't filmed anytime near Easter. And the other eggs that they see is a carton of eggs on the counter, which doesn't make sense. So that's not it, but that's what a lot of people seem to think. That's what it is. It's not true at all. But then Atari came out with a game in 1979 where the creator of the game was kind of annoyed that he never gets credit for the game. So he put a secret room, and if you do a thing where you get a key and you go up into this secret room and you go into this certain corner, his name appears on the screen, and he programmed this into the game, and it got released like that. And I remember, I don't know how these things got passed around the schoolyard because there was no internet. It wasn't in magazines or anything like that, but I knew about this thing, and I was able to do it when I was a kid.
Okay.
And then they called it an Easter egg.
Well, the Atari was ticked that this guy did that. But the CEO of Atari said, you know what? If this is going to sell games, if we put this out there that this secret thing is there, kids will find it. So he came out and really literally coined the phrase, we have an Easter egg hidden in the game. See if you can find it. And that was kind of the first time the term Easter egg was used, was by the CEO of, his name was Stephen Wright, and he used Easter eggs for a player to find. And then you think back, like Alfred Hitchcock would put himself into his movies.
Right.
That was kind of a hidden Easter egg, you know?
Yeah.
Like a guy would be reading a newspaper and Alfred Hitchcock's picture in the newspaper type of thing, you know? So I think that's kind of the
background. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the original Easter eggs, if personally.
Speaking of Hitchcock, the scene where they're like carrying the shark with all those birds made me think of
right
the birds with Alfred Hitchcock. Like
There
all these
you go.
birds carrying this shark.
Now, how unrealistic is this?
Insanely insane, but it is so funny. Like, so funny.
So before I went to this movie, I watched an interview with a lady. She's actually a doctor, Dr. Emily Fairfax from the University of Minnesota, and she's an expert on beavers. And so she said that she was doing a webinar in 2021, like a live stream type thing, and they noticed that there were some people from Pixar in the chat. And she said, well, that's kind of cool, and didn't really think much about it. And then about a month later, she got a email from Pixar saying, hey, we saw your webinar, and we're doing a movie about beavers, and we'd love for you to come to Pixar and tell us all about beavers, because we want this movie to be accurate. And she said, yeah, sure. And so she went to the Pixar studios, and she met with all the writers and all that, and they already she read the script, and she changed things. She said, well, this isn't realistic. This is more how beavers behave and stuff like that. And I think they had them eating fish, where beavers don't eat fish. They're vegetarians, you know. they don't eat meat at all. They only eat wood and all that. And so I'm thinking to myself, this movie is going to be very realistic and true to beaver. And then you got birds carrying a shark over a freeway.
I wonder if that ended up bothering her, because she spent all this time to make like the beavers have the realistic characteristics, and then you have seagulls carrying a shark. So I wonder if, I mean, obviously none of it's going to be accurate because they have a fake beaver, right? Like,
yeah.
But still, it's so funny. So the first time I saw the movie, haha, it's funny, like the shark. And then the second time I was really honing in on, how are those birds even carrying a shark? Like, I'm like, I mean, this shark is how many tons, right? And then you have seagulls, and I know they can come and swoop your hot dog or hamburger off your plate, but like, I don't know, like, how are they, because how do you grab onto a shark? Like, I was really like overthinking it.
Yeah, well, that's just it. The other thing too that was really cool with this Emily Fairfax was they actually made one of the characters after her. It was E. Fairfax, and the E stood for Emily, one of the scientists, I guess. And the other thing too that was really cool was they asked her for her notes on beavers, and they took all her notes that she had and they put them on the blackboard. So within the thing with the blackboard, those are her notes that are on the blackboard. So I thought that was really cool too.
And I read something that said that, you know, the dog collar from Up was in there, and they kind of were maybe referencing that the scientists who did the Hopper thing made the dog collar.
Yes. Yeah, that was at the very end of the movie. So does that mean there's going to be part 2? And they're going to go into and kind of combine Up and the dog collar?
Like a prequel to Up, kind of.
Yeah, or something.
Maybe.
Like,
cool.
I mean, they could, and I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The other Easter egg too, and this one I actually caught, was at the end when the credits were going and they were doing all the emojis on the on the screen, like when they were doing the music, they had like a musical note, a trombone or a trumpet or something, and a drum. So one of the sets of emojis was the Pixar ball, a cowboy hat, and I think it was like a rocket ship or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh, there's the next movie coming out.
That's a good catch,
Toy Story 5 is, I think it was a 5-2 or something, or something like that.
Wow.
Or V, or it might have been a V. But yeah, but I remember seeing that one. I go, oh, there's the next movie for Pixar. Toy Story 5 is going to be coming out soon. So
yeah, that's a good catch.
Yeah, I thought that was
Speaking
really cool.
of emojis, that cracked me up so much when, so Tom the Lizard is also a fantastic, funny character, right? With his waving and his tongue, blah, 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 right? And but the kids, Lincoln Monroe, and I mean every kid loved those scenes where like they're taking the phone from the mayor to type, and they're like, I have something to say, and then it's like lizard, right? So now we know that. And then beaver chopping wood, and like then potato. Like I don't know why, but that is so funny. Like that's because it reminds me of a child. And when a child first is playing on your phone, that's what they do. Like, oh, I'm going to text grandma, right? Or whatever. And then they just text grandma or FaceTime grandma and do emojis. And so it just was so childlike. And even though these animals were doing it, it brought me back to like when the kids were younger and just emojis. But yeah, that lizard, oh my gosh, so funny.
That was hilarious, that scene where they're doing the emojis. And then that was in the end thing too, right? When you stayed, that's where the potato was, maybe?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. There was a little clip that came out, and I think it had the king beaver playing with the phone. Like, it wasn't part of the movie. It was just, I don't know, maybe it was on Instagram or something. And I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was laughing so hard. And my wife looks at me and she goes, what are you laughing at? And I played the video for her, and she looked at it and she goes, I don't get it. Like, I still don't know what you're laughing at.
I know, yeah, like what? It's so funny that a beaver is pushing emojis. I don't know, like I think it's hilarious. I have no idea what about it makes it so funny. So I get what she's saying, like I don't get it.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Well, I think what happens is he's hitting the phone so hard and so fast that the phone kind of starts jumping and smoking and like almost barking, kind of. And he's kind of like he freezes and he looks around and the phone's sitting there and he goes, "Beaver, beaver, beaver, chop wood." Starting up again. It didn't faze him at all.
The other scene that I thought was really funny was when each animal was describing what the cell tower sounded like to them.
Oh, yes.
And so they each had something like, it was like, it felt like it was describing like a car noise when you try to go to, like there was a commercial about the mechanic and the car or something, but each one described it completely different. Just sitting there laughing. That was.
Yeah. And Mabel could not hear it at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So we were driving around and the kids saw a phone tower and they're like, oh my goodness, they're real? Like those are the loud towers, the loud trees. Sorry, the loud trees. And I'm like, yeah, like those are cell phone or like satellites. They're like, oh my gosh, those are real. It's crazy.
Let's chop it down.
Yeah.
Let's save the animals and chop it down. Oh my gosh. Well, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to chat about this. I got to go see it again because I fell asleep. I woke up and there was a fire. I don't know where the fire came from.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, that was a good part too.
Was it? How'd the fire start? What was that all about?
Oh, well, it was
breaking down the loud trees and like the whole when he was trying to destroy the oh my goodness, the new insect king was trying to squish all the humans,
right.
Like, and so he ended up starting a fire because he was going to do the loud trees all at once to squish all the humans, and then it started a fire. So
that sounds realistic.
Yeah.
Started a fire with sound. Boy, the people on Survivor would like to know how they did that.
It was also really cute, all the different ways they helped pull apart the dam so that it would, the water would flow. You had was it picking out one at a time, like a little tiny bug or something. He was pulling out one thing at a time. And then,
and then the frogs were jumping and then like that was really cute.
And then the bear came in and then he brought the shark back.
Right.
Yeah, the shark, Diane the shark, she fully saved the day. Because
the shark could survive hours and hours out of the water, apparently.
And also like away from the ocean, and now it's like
nowhere near the ocean. Now it's in a beaver pond. That's fine. There's no salt water there, but that's okay.
I loved how they always the scientist was always like, they have crowns. He was so mesmerized. Not that the animals like did all these things, but that they all had crowns, and then the tiny little crowns for the insects were, oh my gosh, it's just so funny.
Where'd he get the crown from?
Yeah, so funny.
Well, that whole like thought of how they had that, like how each each one had a crown and each one represent that whole thing. Like, who thought of that? That was kind of crazy when you thought about it.
I don't think it was Dr. Emily Fairfax. I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
probably not.
She's probably like, "Are you kidding me?"
Well, and that was the thing. Like I watched that interview and I thought, well, this is going to be very scientifically accurate movie, and it was nothing even close to that.
You're thinking it's one of those Disney nature movies or something, I guess.
Well, not so much that, but I thought it was going to be, very true to the point. I was kind of like, this is not what I was expecting, but it was. I loved it. It was so good. So everybody, if you haven't seen it, go out and see it. If you have seen it, let us know what you think. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I'm sure you loved it. I know some people saying there was too much screaming in the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard
There was
that.
a little bit of a scary part for if you have very young children. Keep that in mind with the mayor and the little bit dark couple minutes that was kind of creepy. But, when they rip his face off the robot and things like that. But I mean, it wasn't too bad. It reminded me of Toy Story 4 with the puppet. And how in the thrift store or whatever, like it was just kind of a dark little couple moments in the movie.
Yeah. Alrighty. Ken, take us away.
Tune in tight, the mic's alive. Got the stories that'll make you thrive. From a galaxy far, far away to comic pages where heroes play.
If you have a brilliant idea for a future edition of The Solo Show and would like to take your turn in the guest host's chair, then drop us an email at thesoloshow01@gmail.com. Tell us about your idea for a show and we'll contact you about a date and a time for you to join us. If you would just like to keep the conversation going or have a comment about a previous show, then visit us on Facebook at The Solo Show. Don't forget to join us on YouTube, like us and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a new show. All logos, songs, music, and sounds that are made by and for Disney and its affiliates are owned by the Disney Corporation and are not, nor are they intended to be owned by the Solo Show podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.
Here's the Solo Show, let's dive in deep. Star Wars dreams and secrets to keep. Marvel heroes, the Muppets too. A world of wonder just for you. Here's the Solo Show, let's dive in deep. Star Wars dreams and secrets to keep. Marvel heroes, the Muppets too. A world of wonder just for you.